At 5, the JSO officer who shot and killed a man was involved in a controversial shooting 3 years ago. JSO says in this case, the officer saved a wheelchair-bound veteran's life. They released this new picture of the knife they say the suspect was holding to the victim's throat. Action News Jax Ryan Nelson is live in La Villa. Ryan, JSO says all of this happened in a matter of seconds.
And Tanika, police say that shooting happened here on Wednesday night on State Street in the La Villa neighborhood of Jacksonville. And officers say that from the time the officer arrived, got out of his cruiser, to when he fired 3 shots, killing the suspect, only about 35 seconds had passed. A homeless and disabled veteran using a wheelchair is in good spirits today, hours after being held at knife point by a man he says he knew for about a week. I spoke one-on-one with a witness and friend to the victim who recalled the moments leading up to the shooting.
Bought a new knife, stuck it to his throat when the cop showed up. He ran from there right on over and he said, "Drop the knife." Turned around, he went after the cop. So the cop shot him 3 times.
The man, who asked not to be identified, said the suspect was threatening several people in the area last night and appeared to be mentally disturbed. Officers showed up after a witness called police saying this man, 33-year-old Frankie Feliciano, was holding the homeless veteran at knife point. Investigators say about 35 seconds passed between the officer arriving to the scene and shooting and killing Feliciano. He fired 3 shots. Police say that officer is T.L. Landerville, and this is his second officer-involved shooting. They tell us he is the same officer who shot and killed Vernell Bing in 2016. Witnesses in the Bing shooting claimed he was shot in the back and was on the ground, but the state attorney's office determined that was not the case, and the case was cleared in 2017. JSO says the officer is on administrative leave, which is standard in these cases. The man I spoke to tells me the officer saved his friend's life.
It wasn't the cop's fault. He did what he had to do.
And coming up all new at 6, we'll take a closer look at the suspect's criminal history, which includes 8 arrests. And I'll tell you what investigators said when I asked about the de-escalation tactics used in this case. This is the 4th officer-involved shooting of 2019, and the 3rd of which that was fatal. Reporting in La Villa, Ryan Nelson, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Action News Jax told you when the state attorney's office determined the shooting of Vernell Bing Jr. was justified in 2017. This is dash camera video from one of JSO's cruisers involved in the chase leading up to Bing's death. Officer Landerville was not charged, although witnesses had reported seeing Bing run away before the shooting. Again, this is the 4th officer-involved shooting in Jacksonville this year. Last month, Action News Jax told you when 2 men were accused of luring people with online ads to rob them. Police shot one of the suspects and say they found guns on both men. In March, 6 JSO officers shot and killed an armed sexual battery suspect in the parking lot of a Harvey's in Arlington. Later that month, police shot and killed a man holding a knife in Englewood. All 3 of those cases are listed as pending state review on the Sheriff's Office transparency page.